I've been getting asked a lot how I make my mouse ears because I've been going a little bit crazy making them since it's my first Disney vacation with my girlfriend, and I figured I'd walk you through it. So all you need is a hot glue gun, some cardboard, a little bit of fluff. I actually took mine from a pillow, fabric, a headband, and then some pretty like yarn to go around it, and then felt and more fabric for the bow. So first thing, I just cut out some cardboard ears. I make 4 total front and back for each ear. Cut some fabric to make sure it is big enough to wrap around the ear. And next you'll see I'm going to put some hot glue onto the cardboard, add a little bit of stuffing, just enough to make it padded, and then I'm going to glue the fabric around it, and that makes 1/2 of an ear. And you'll see I'm going to make a second one the same exact way. Again, just a little bit of fluff. You're not trying to make it thick, you are just trying to add a little bit of squish to it. And again, fold the fabric around the back, try to get it as smooth around the edges as you can, and then you're just going to glue them together. Smush them in real tight, make sure they're lined up perfectly. And then the next thing you're going to do to hide the gap between the two halves is add that fabric yarn. So mine I actually got from Walmart. It's silvery and pretty and glittery and all that stuff. So I just glue all around the edge of the ear, and then I place the pretty glittery yarn, whatever you want to call it, around to cover up the gap. And you'll see when I go to glue the ear onto the headband, I also added around the bottom edge because it hides the edge of it as well as adds a little bit more stability. And remember, you want to use a lot of hot glue, especially when gluing it to the headband. And the best way to figure out the placement is to just simply see what it looks like on another pair of ears. So I pulled out a pair of ears I got from Disney World and just compared it to get it to the right spot. You want it more on the side than on top. And then to make the bow for the middle, I just cut probably like a 6x7 piece of fabric out, put some felt in the middle of it to give it some structure because the fabric would fall on top of itself, glue the sides of the fabric to the felt, glue it together, and then just smush it like you saw me do. So literally you have a rectangle, you smush the center, glue it, and then you add a center piece. So I just took a piece of white ribbon, cut it in half, glued it around, and then my little trick to have tons of ears when you're at Disney is to glue a clip to the bottom of your bow, so that way they're interchangeable, so I can put any bow on any set of ears. And that's literally all I do. It's that easy. It probably takes me about 15 minutes to make a set of ears because it's pretty quick once you figure it out. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. And there's also tons of other YouTube tutorials out there that I watched to learn how to make my own.